Everybody has opinions, beliefs, ideals. My cat's under my laptop, but everybody has these opinions, beliefs, and ideals. Every single damn person. And you are going to run into someone, eventually, who has completely different ideals than you, completely different, disagrees with your ideals. May completely disagree with your ideals, or you might run into someone whose ideals are incredibly fucked up. But the fact of the matter is, if it's nothing more than just their belief, their opinion, their ideals, then just fucking deal with it. Either A, argue with the fucking person, maybe you'll teach them a thing or two, maybe they'll change their opinion, or maybe they'll change your opinion, and you'll learn a thing or two. But ultimately, if it's nothing more than words, opinions, ideals, etc., or what a person thinks, don't give a shit. Don't attack them. Don't try to dox them. Don't physically beat the ever-living shit out of them. Don't try to get them fired from their job. Because in the end, it's just words and thoughts. It's not physical violence. It's not physically attacking you. They're not trying to get you fired, I'd hope. But if it's nothing more than just their fucking opinion, then there's no reason for you to get pissed off. Now, of course, if someone actually is holding an ideal that is legitimately harmful, like they are trying to take in power over a country, and then one of their lists of things they intend to do when they get into power is to commit mass genocide against, I don't know, everyone who isn't a third black or something, then that's a little different. Then their opinion is no longer an opinion, it's a desire for actual legitimate action that they intend to follow through on. Now, this is not quite the same as just some random-ass, hillbilly white dude screaming over the internet to just kill all the people I don't like. It's not the same, because someone on the internet just randomly screaming that they want everyone that is autistic or something to die or something, that is not the same thing as someone who is in a place of power where they can actually do that, saying to do that. Like, if Donald Trump decided that, okay, I want everyone to shoot their next door neighbor, and actually try to put this into a policy, yeah, that's a fucking problem. Now, if he just started saying on, like, Twitter that he wants everyone to do that, everyone would just fucking laugh at him, and then shrug it the fuck off, because it's nothing more than a Twitter rant in words. Now, if he was trying to put it in as a policy, that's a problem, because that might actually hurt actual people. Because regardless of what anyone thinks, words ultimately don't do a lot of harm. They can do a little bit of harm if you're sensitive, or they're like family or something and you have to be around them all the time. But words can't stab you. People can stab you. Words themselves and people's ideals, they aren't about to stab you. They aren't going to cost you your job, most likely, I'd hope. But there's also the area where it comes to talking about your ideals with other people, and preaching your ideals to other people, and arguing with people who have opposing ideals compared to you. This is where you get into whether or not you're simply voicing your opinion versus trying to shove your opinion down everyone's throats and force them to agree with you. Obviously, voicing your opinion, good, do it. Everyone should voice their opinion on everything, really, if they have a legit opinion on it. But no one should try to force their opinion onto other people, or force other people to believe what they believe. Otherwise, you're a terrible human being, or on the wrong side of history. You don't need to do that shit. Even if this person's opinion is completely fucking wrong, let them have their stupid wrong opinion. Either they'll just continue to be stupid wrong, or they'll eventually learn. Pushing your ideals on them is just going to piss them off. It's just going to piss everyone off. It should piss everyone off. But the way you go about, like, voicing your opinion but not forcing your opinion is very simple. Just say what you gotta say and what you want to say, and don't constantly hound them to agree with you. Because if you're just putting your opinion out there, that's just voicing. Even if you're in an argument, you're just voicing. But if you get to the point in an argument where you're saying things like, the only way you can be right is if you agree with me, Or, no, you must believe what I believe. If you don't believe what I believe, I'm gonna kick you out of my house. Stuff like that, that is forcing your beliefs on others. Another way to, I guess, force your beliefs on others is to attempt to ban other people's opinions and ideologies. If you are banning other people's opinions and ideologies, you are attempting to force them into your own ideology. This is kind of my problem when it comes to banning any sort of ideology. Like, even neo-Nazis, like, banning them, like, you're really just trying to force them into your beliefs, and I'm against that, so. But it's the same with if you live in a house and one of your kids turns out to be of a different faith than you, and you kick them out of the house for being a different faith than you. That's you trying to force your faith, your religious opinion, per se, onto them. And you don't fucking do that. It's shit. You can't force people to believe what you believe, and attempting to make people believe what you believe is, one, it's a waste of your fucking time. Two, it's insultive to the person's intellect that you're arguing with. I mean, hell, they might be a stupid person anyway, I don't know. But if you're someone who constantly insists on making everyone believe what you believe, like forcefully making them believe what you believe, you're just a shitty person. That's kind of all there is to that, but trying to force someone to believe and agree with what you believe is not the same as having an argument with someone, where both of you are basically trying to convince the other person who's right, who's got more facts and stuff. That's not quite the same thing. That's having an argument. Now, if you try to kick them out for disagreeing with you or something like that, then, well, that's different. Or if you, like, ban them, then that's different. And this is another reason why I personally disagree with, like, banning people because they disagree with you. It's silly. And also with people's opinions and ideals. Expect people to disagree with your opinion and ideal. You are never going to be in a situation where everyone agrees with you. Get used to that. Learn to stand up for your belief, unless it's a belief that you're kind of just like, meh, whatever about. Because, like, some things that's not worth arguing about. Like, what's your favorite kind of cheese? No sane person's going to argue about what your favorite kind of cheese is. So that's not the kind of opinion that you have to worry about arguing and debating about. But if you're part of the political sphere, yeah, you're going to be arguing about your politics. Politics gets argued to the ends of the earth. Just don't force it down other people. Don't try to force it on the rest of the world either, I guess. Like, and that's also, there's a huge difference between ideals and just simply something that is factual or right. An opinion and facts are not the same thing. Like, someone saying that there are trees in the world is not an opinion, it's simply a fact. You can argue it if you like, but you look stupid. Like, you try to argue against it, but you can still look, but you look stupid as fuck. And ultimately, though, your opinion should be based on some level of facts, obviously. Otherwise, your opinion is just kind of weird. Certain opinions don't matter. Like, your opinion on what your favorite food is, that just doesn't matter. You can just simply base it on the fact that you don't like that food. That's your facts right the fuck there. And, like, there's no real reason to absolutely push your opinion on everyone. And I know some people are going to be like, but what about opinions on human rights? Human rights aren't really an opinion. They're human rights. Sure, you could have an opinion on whether or not you think human rights should be expanded, but human rights are in existence, they're facts, and they're there for a reason, and it's not an opinion reason. They're there for protection of people. And when it comes to the realm of science, if you're going to argue stuff in the realm of science on ideologies and whatnot, you definitely have to do some fucking research. Rather than just blindly coming in with, I think Freud is... Sigmund Freud, yeah, he's the best. Yeah. But, back to the point, don't hate on people just because they have an ideology that's different than yours. Don't attack people because their ideology is different than yours, and don't force your ideology onto other people, or assume that everyone understands why you believe what you believe. Because that's part of being able to argument, argue with people is it allows you to learn to explain your ideology to people who don't understand your ideology. Some people will never fucking understand your ideology because they're way out in left field, and maybe they're nuts, you don't know. But try to at least be somewhat reasonable in debates. And one thing that does annoy me is when a lot of people will say, when you debate, you must be civil, be polite, and be professional. I think fuck that. Fuck professionalism, fuck being polite. Tell the other person to go fuck themselves if you feel like it. Be a rude asshole. Go right ahead. I mean, if you're giving a speech at the university, you probably shouldn't, because that's a professional environment. But online, who cares? Be a dick. And if you can't handle people being a dick to you, then ignore their replies. Or learn to be a dick. Grow a thicker skin. People need thicker skins. So, ideologies are ideologies, beliefs are beliefs. They are not violent attacks on other people. I mean, sure, a person's ideology can be completely fucking hateful, but they're not attacking anybody with their mind. Unless we eventually get some weird telekinetic powers. In which case, it'll be a shit show.